This is the moon landing, so we haven't got to the moon landing yet. I'm not quite sure why we're going down towards synthetic materials. We're gonna come up to satellites instead, if that's all right with everyone. How do we want to approach? I just got to get back into this game. We have audience chamber, yeah? Yeah, so we have lots of governors, I'm assuming. Yeah, lots of one promote governors just hanging out everywhere. We haven't yet got master plan. That's totally fine. Although as Portugal, having interest on your income is actually pretty cool. 3% of the gold in your treasury as income is awesome. As Portugal, so we'll try and make that work and maybe make a little bit of use of that. We have contractors, so we're gonna be able to buy spaceports. I'm like a 2 spaceport kind of guy. We're gonna have this one here that we purchased, and then we're gonna buy one in one other city. If I move Reina too often, though, those cities lose the boost they're getting from audience chamber, so I don't really want to do that if I can help it. Otherwise, well, oh, this goody hut's a little trapped. That's unfortunate. We have 2 trapped goody huts. Wow. I've never seen that. I mean, I've never really looked for it, but I've never seen 2 goody huts just straight up trapped like this. Interesting. Are we fighting anyone? I don't think so. We were fighting, oh yeah, we were fighting Tamar, because that's we ended up with Tbilisi and Gori and all that. We have pyramids now, which is nice, and this terrible Petra, but that's okay. Cool. So we're doing fine. We're doing all good. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you are part of a team. Let's filter this by gold. Although at this point, filtering it by science might be the best way to do it. 3 science and 70 gold sounds good to me. 4.5 science. Oh, 10 food, 10 production. This is 15 production, though. I'd rather have the production than the food. Yeah, we're going to Wenti Mapu. That's fine. Not over 1,000 of every yield, yeah. Rough life for the old faith over there. Do we need any more districts in Lisbon? I don't think so. We do need builders to sacrifice, but we don't have the moon landing actually finished yet. Although we could build a few builders here. Yeah, 4 charges. You're just hanging out. Yeah, you're coming down here to hang out, to sacrifice for the moon landing. I think we just do campus research grants. Do we have... One second here. I gotta move the... Can I not see the Great Works? This is a problem. This is not ideal. I was gonna move the project around. We don't need it though. We have our like project from our corporations that we can move. I'm fine without it though. That's all good. Nothing left. I think we need 1 more builder here. 2 turns. That gives us, if we do 2 builders, that should give us up to the moon landing. I think the moon landing with 3 builders will be fine. You are actively building. Yeah. You're actively building. We need power in our cities as well. So you actually just sleep here. We're going to get some wind farms here once we can, which will be shortly. Yeah. That's all good. Research lab, we'll just buy that. We bought our... We bought our spaceport, so we don't need to buy another spaceport for a hot minute here. We just need to get builders in whichever city we're going to build that last spaceport. Lighthouse for the trade route. Yeah, do you have a commercial hub? No, this is just a genuinely new trade route. That feels pretty good. Broadcast center. Sure. We'll get another trader next turn. So we still have room for 2 traders, so next turn we'll buy 2 more. In Banana here, I think you just run campus research grants. I think we're at that point of the game here. We probably could have done this at like turn 160. Just run campus research grants everywhere. Grow the city state into your empire. I'm pretty cool with where we're at, although I think that's kind of funny. There's no need to do that. So let's build another corporation if we can. Do we have any industries left? Can you build a corporation on turtles? Possibly. Surely we have a turtle industry. Any industries, though? That's a vampire. That's not a oh, it's a corporation. I was going to say, is that a vampire castle? We don't even have vampires. I'm an idiot. Hey, look, it's me being dumb again. So we already have that. Do we have any other industries? Why does industry bring up all these random tiles? All right, cool, whatever. Well, that's not as helpful of a search as I was hoping. Well, let's just move you around then. I don't think you're gonna matter too much. You just like go for a walk. Just come and hang out over here. Why not? Hamiko, do you have any charges left? Do you have all your charges left? Yeah, we should use those. In Auckland specifically. We're gonna plant power with these guys. Oh, we're chopping out the Petra? Why? Why did I make this choice? Help? I have no idea. I have no idea why I made this choice. You're gonna wait for power. We'll just keep building the Petra there, though. No tech boost to steel. That's lame. But Luis is getting a promo. Steel tech. Yeah. Sure. I don't think we're gonna be able to steal from anyone else. We're far and away ahead, but that's fine. Golden Age, going into a Golden Age in 7. Awesome stuff. We'll grab this oil. Are we using the oil for anything specific? We are running out of coal for power, though, and that's a little bit of a problem. That's not why I was going for synthetic materials, though, because it doesn't give us power. What we need is wind farms. So after the moon landing, we need to head towards wind farms, because not having power is going to be not ideal. So we're perfectly even right now. These are all unpowered cities, though. Are we going to convert to oil? Was that our plan? Maybe that was our plan, to convert to oil. I have no idea. I can't remember. That's part of like what sucks about streaming and like not finishing a game within a couple of days is you just completely forget what you were doing. Cotton and they're gonna give me oil for aluminum and 14. Yeah, it's a fair deal. Who was it? The Indonesian Empire. Boo! You suck. Go home. Don't spy on me again. Okay, well, she's not gonna stop. That's fine. We have our spy imprisoned, so she'll stop. Yeah, I think we're good to just campus research grants. It's literally everywhere. We should have done that a while ago. We were just having some fun. Is this a good builder city? This is a good builder city. Let's do that. In our space race city, we want 2 more kind of high production traders. So we'll do that. I mean, 15 or so per trade route is pretty huge. Don't need Christo, don't need any of this. Yeah, I think we're pretty set. Just campus research grants everywhere. May as well disrupt rocketry just in case we need that. I'm not sure we will. I think we're the only people kind of cruising so far. Oh, yeah, we're good. We're good. We're having a good time. Any other offshore oil? Yeah, right over here. Oh, yeah, we can still steal tech from MatAndHistHat. Or MatAndHistHat. And she just spied on us, so she deserves it. I don't think we need anything else out of our culture except for the +5 science per turn. Or +5% science per turn if we can get it. You can build some builders, actually. We are going to need lots and lots of builders, so just grab a few of those. I'd rather you come out of the spaceport city. Although, you know what? I'm building 2 more traders there. And if we can get a little bit... Oh, you can't trade with them. You don't have a harbor. Just kidding. Come over here. Cool. Never mind. Yeah, we want some high production here. 12 production is good. Is that the highest we can get? Yeah, 12. London it is. And fat stacks of gold. Now we're up to 832 science. That's starting to feel pretty good. I said we want to be around 1,000, 1,100 by now. We're not quite there, but that's fine. You're going to counter spy still, dude. You got one job. One job. We should actually get a counter spy in here, too, where we're launching our spaceport projects. Do we have that? We have a spy who's, like, in another city? Because if they're in another city, that's not where they should be. They should be here. 3 turns till we can sacrifice the builders, which is fine. That matches up with the moon landing. We have indeed built a new product. It's too bad I can't switch them around, but it has been built. The product has been built. Yeah, you just campus research grants, my guy. I don't think we'll need many more builders. We also need to make sure we get through the great scientists here so that we can, yeah, like 20% production towards space race projects. We certainly want that. You don't have an industrial zone. I suppose that's going to be the problem. I might have to buy them with gold. It's not even that much gold to get 20% production towards space race projects, so that's okay. Do we have any industrial zones anywhere? I doubt it. Campus research grants is fine. Yeah. I guess you're going to be building the moon landing in a hot minute. You're good here. You're good here. Sleep and sleep. Shall sacrifice them to the gods of the gods of space. I wonder what the gods of space look like. What are they called? Do they have like a cool naming system, or is it just kind of random? I wonder. Get out of my cities. Who is this? They're trying to siphon all my funds. I earned those funds. The Indonesian Empire again. This is a great deal. This is a wonderful deal. I'll accept that deal. I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth. All right, so now we have some power system. We have some power system. I wouldn't mind a dam here. We have enough space, I suppose, for some power to go down in our city. So anywhere with flatland tiles. I mean, let's get a few builders to go around and put power down. Now that we're done with the moon landing, we want to go straight for wind farms. Library's fine here. I'm just going to buy that, actually. Oh, Zugdini we must have just taken. So let's go navigation school. That's a terrible navigation school, but we need the research lab. And then the dam. And then And the monument. Portugal's ridiculous. We're still at 6,000 gold. We bought all this stuff and we're still at 6,000 gold. The temple, can we buy everything? We can buy everything and still have 3,500. I kind of want to move this to my spaceport city, but they keep spying in this one. I'm going to risk it for the biscuit and keep it here. I might be upset with that choice in a minute, though. Any other oil? I'm sure there is. I really want this power, though. Like, anything we can do to get some power online everywhere is something we should look into. Like, there's a bunch of space here, too. Just so we can allocate the coal more effectively. Can you go away? Look, man, I'm trying to win this game here, and you're annoying me. I was gonna sleep this merchant. I don't think we have another corporation to build, and for some reason this screen is bugged. I'll have to fix that. I suspect it's one of the UI mods we're using. We stole 2,000 gold. I'm not sure we needed that gold, but that's fun. That's exciting. Still can't get master plan. Master plan with Portugal would be unreal. Let's just go all the way into Reina. All offshore wind farms, solar farms in the city give 2 power and 2 gold. What city are you in, Reina? Spaceport City for now. So we're still building some of those in a minute here. So now you can build... So Royal Society is finished. That's good. Just campus research grants. And then nothing left. Grants 1,000 science, 1,000 culture. Sure, that's terrible, but fine. We need to move through these great scientists to get to the ones that do space race projects. All right, so you're gonna head up there. What's the next great scientist? Oh, still, we're way behind. Like, this is nowhere near where we're at for space race. This great engineer is good, though. We're gonna buy this dude. 20% production towards space race projects. Is it in general? I hope it's in general and not in the city, although we are gonna buy a spaceport in another city soon. Can I see you? That's fine. You're gonna build the moon landing anyway. For those of you unfamiliar with this little tactic, if you have the Royal Society Government Plaza anywhere in your empire, you can sacrifice builder production to the space race projects once per turn. So we have a couple of builders here we're just kind of waiting on. And then with our gold, we can just buy as many as we need, which is awesome. Yeah, campus research grants. I'm kind of a one-trick pony right now. Just campus research grants in every city that's not actively doing the space race stuff. You're gonna start putting power down. The reason why we're putting power down in cities that are already powered is because it automatically reallocates the coal, right? So if we're using coal to power this city and then we use a solar farm, it'll reallocate the coal to power the unpowered cities. So it's still worth putting these down in our powered cities, and it'll help power these ones anyway. So that's kind of why we're doing it. Yeah, you gotta die, dude. How many boats are there? Can they get out of here? We're gonna need a few solar panels kind of kicked around here. I know they're called solar farms. People keep telling me that. They're like, hey, BB, it's called a solar farm. And then I go, hey, they look like solar panels. Ira, we have some really good spies this game. Yeah, we're gonna put surveillance on, and you're coming back to counter spy the spaceport for sure. Absolutely. I don't want to mess this up now. We're so close. I don't want to get spied on now. So your ability is just in general, right? Yeah, it's just a general space race project boost. Been a while since I've used these guys. Get a couple more builders. You can be on builder duty. Some of them we can use to power up. Some of them we can use to sacrifice. Any other powerable tiles? Yeah, one up here. What is my normal stream schedule? Friday, Saturday, Monday. That's going to be changing in May. But until May 1st, it's going to be Friday, Saturday, Monday. Once we hit May 1st, I'm not exactly sure what it's going to be because I haven't got my work schedule then. Okay, so we have wind farms in 2 turns. Own 3 tanks. That was probably doable. We are using our oil for something. Oh, 6 for power. So we already have an oil power plant somewhere.
Never mind them.
We're in a golden age. Everyone else is in a standard or dark age except for Jan Kamira over here, who's having a great time. Campus districts providing science. Or, yeah. Providing, campus districts adjacency providing science is pretty nice. I think we just get reform the coinage though and keep on with the gold. We've had to reform the coinage the last 2 times, and it's been good. I can just buy whatever we need here. So like a shipyard, yeah. Seaport, sure. Anything else we need? Just you know what? Just for funsies, let's chuck a camp. Oh, a +3 campus. Yeah, let's put her down. Let's put her down. Why not? We're gonna sacrifice you, and we have 5 turns left. You're waiting for... You don't want to sacrifice builders without full charges. It's rather inefficient. Yeah, you're coming down here to be sacrificed next turn. You're building power next turn. All right, we're on a roll. We know what we're doing. 884 science is not what I want, though. Raj is only going to give us 12. Yeah, it's not worth it. I think I'm pretty happy with what we got. The amenities and the housing are clutch. And we need to double the coal still. Yeah. Yeah, I'm happy with what we got. We need that 5% science boost eventually, but we're doing good.
It is obvious that
oh, cool. I mean, I said that was bad, and it is pretty bad. It's like 1 turn of science and 2 turns of culture, but it's going to get us our wind farm here a little bit quicker. And wind farms are fantastic. We are fans of the wind farm. Yeah, and that'll start helping reduce our dependency on coal and oil for power. Just spotting these around wherever we can. We can even chop some woods and rainforest for them. Now that that's done, we just gotta shoot straight for the Mars colony and straight for the exoplanet. Whoa! I knew we needed a spy. This is actually not great. I don't have anything to deal with this right now. Democracy, please. The problem is the AI is always on the same government as each other, and they always vote for theirs. Great scientist, please. We do want to check on this Diplo victory just to make sure we're not going to get sniped. She's at 10 points. We're fine. Yeah, this is bad. It's a good thing I can just straight up buy field cannons or whatever we need. Sure. Why not? Buy a couple of these bad boys. All right, now we got some defenses at least. Yeah, you sacrifice yourself here. You're going to build 1 more wind farm. Do we have anything else I can use to defend this? Not really. 25% tourism is very funny. We'll take that. Sure. Grants enough envoys to become suzerain of the city-states and then removes all the other ones. That's awesome. Is there somewhere we're not suzerain of? Can I use it in Venice just to remove everyone else's? Oh, Mogadishu. I mean, that's... She's using horses and catapults. Mogadishu, come on. You got to do better. She's in the classical era with her weaponry here. Yeah, you should be counter-spying. So you have the counter-spy promotion. When counter-spying, all city districts are defended and +1 level districts within 1 hex. So the spaceport will cover... It won't cover the neighborhood, though. But if I do the city center... I get all of this anyway. And we have the Diplo quarter here, which actually makes it really poopy that this happened. We'll just go in the city center. City center gives us the spaceport anyway. You have 4 promotions. Are you good for a power builder? I mean, you're probably good to come down here and get 2 power wind farms there. That's a wind farm. The solar panel down here. 3 builds. We'll do that and then grab the industry. I've noticed the AI be a little more active with spies recently, yeah. I've noticed that. I don't know how to quantify it, but as a general feeling, I can feel that. So this one's just staying. I mean, I'm happy with that. We'll just start sniping them out. As long as they're not hurting anyone. They're kind of just like friends that are hanging out, you know. Cool. Now that builder's gone, it's a little extra power. At some point here, you're going to see the coal and the oil go up as we don't need it anymore. Lots of power tiles here. Let's grab a builder for that. Harbor shipping, I suppose. I suppose harbor shipping is fine. This would be a massive farming area. Like, if you built a... Oh, we already have a dam here, too. I kind of want to see what this looks like as a little farming area. It's got to be campus research grants, though. We just got to get cruising here. Yeah, you're still counter-spying, mate. You're doing a great job. Good work. Keep it up. We're kind of just hanging out in Auckland, but it's still giving us all this good stuff on our coastal tiles, so we still want to do it. Maybe it's a way... Can I... Oh, you can't be stacked. Oh, that's lame. Okay, you've got to get out of here then. You're going. The builder's sleeping. There we are. So if this guy stands on the spaceport, he's at least super dead. I wonder if this guy moves. You want to give me the Epic of Hercules for aluminum? Yeah, sure. Sure, man. I don't need the aluminum just yet. Oh, cool. Well, this was dumb. Perfect.
Many rules.
All right, so the AI being quite dumb, that's fine. Okay, you're moving up. Let's attack. Oh, yeah. Look at that. We have secured the threat. Taken it out. And there's the moon landing, ladies and gentlemen. Just UI mods Medusa. just UI mods. We have the policy card mod in, so we can see what the policy cards do. We have Sucre tax, like simple
One day there will be no
UI adjustments, so we can kind of just see what our cities are doing without clicking on them. And then we have this global relations panel, which just tells you who's at war with who at any given time. Sweet, so that is the moon landing done. Now it's time for the Mars colony, which is another 10 turns, and we'll keep grabbing builders to make that a little bit quicker. And then we need to find the exoplanet expedition, so just anywhere. Offshore wind farm, probably the most helpful, so we'll just keep on doing that. What do you use gold on late game? All of your, so with this much gold, just everything. In the late game, typically buildings. Typically buildings, because one of the problems with your later cities, right? So one of the problems with your later cities is they don't have a lot of time in game to get rolling. And the way districts work is the more of them you build, the way most things work in Civ, the more of them you build, the more expensive they get. So if you're putting down a late game city, not only does it not have much time to build its districts and buildings, but also they're more expensive than they used to be. At least the districts are. So usually you can save up a little bit of gold to not buy all your buildings, but right, if you're going for a science victory, you can usually buy a couple research labs. Sometimes you'll need some sewers for housing. Sometimes you'll need just general buildings. Builders as well. You need builders for all kinds of things, and sometimes in the late game, it's just easier to buy a whole bunch. But yeah, usually in the late game too, you can just save some gold. A lot of games, we don't spend our gold very often in the late game and just save it until a good reason comes up. Oh, we still need builders here, sorry. Out of all the cities, this is the one I don't want to do this in. We have the pyramids now, so we are getting four charge builders. I'm good with democracy. We have the, okay, we don't need that. We have the plus 5% science now, so that's going to give us a whole whack of science. How much is that going to give us? 271.5 science. This is going to give us 271 science, so let's throw that in there instead of open borders with all city-states. Yeah, 1100 is perfect. We already have open borders with loads of the city-states because we're the Sioux of the ones we want to be Sioux of, so that's all fine. All right, we're fully in on Reina now. I don't think we need to move her too far, although we do need to move her to run projects. So we should start thinking about that because we do need to buy another spaceport somewhere. So we need to move Reina. Where else has lots of production and can get a spaceport? Here maybe? Just right here. 37 is not a lot of production. Yeah, 195 there. 161 here. 90 here, hey? That's a spaceportable thing. Cool, yeah, 90 production is... Oh, it's too far away. I mean, this isn't though, right? Cool. Let's do that. Let's move Reina to Funchal. And then we need to move a governor here so we don't lose the housing and the amenities. So, which governor is kind of just being the most useless? Moksha, probably. I mean, this city is pretty important, but that's fine. And then we're moving you to nothing left. One day I'll see it. There it is. Found it. I can just buy a stadium. And a sewer. Just grab a campus. Grab maybe another spy. We need spies, so may as well grab one there. We're gonna buy the spaceport there in a minute. Yeah, I can just buy the stadium. And the watermill. More amenities for everyone. Feels good. Not that we need another campus. Let's just grab more builders. We do need more power, though. Always need more power. Let's move rationalism up. And then is there another obvious card we're kind of missing out on here? I love the idea of 200 more gold. So unnecessary, though. So unnecessary. 18 amenities feels pretty good. Yeah, let's go for colonial taxes. Why not? Just pump up the gold numbers. Just insanity with the gold numbers here. Yeah, more power. More power. Do we have any coal or iron or coal or oil coming up yet? We do not. The power is working. It's just going to take a minute. Ski resorts are also amenities, so we'll grab that. Miko can just sleep for now. We're kind of done with her.
No, Your Honor.
Offshore wind farms is actually huge for this type of map because you have so many places to build them. So I reckon after this turn, we'll buy like loads of builders all over. Sure, man. You still want Niter, Harold? Are you sure you still want Niter? Cool stuff. What is that? A turn 214 Petra.
The enemy.
Perfect. Getting down to offshore wind farms is huge, though. Now we can just grab builders all over the place, and they can just do fun things with those. Let's go for the exoplanet expedition. We have quite a bit of work to do to get there, but we're fine on science, so we'll get there fairly quickly. The 5% culture per turn card is really lovely, so we'll probably do that. We're going to do that instead of the card we just put in. I think synthetic technocracy is nice. The power in all cities and the city projects thing is great. Minus 10% tourism, I don't care about. I suppose we're just going here for the era score, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, colonial taxes is coming out, and we're putting that 5% culture card in. There we are. We just don't need colonial taxes that much. It's just kind of a fun thing to have, but it's not at all necessary. Don't need builders there. I mean, we can. The thing is, you can buy builders, but you can't buy campus research grants. So anywhere we need builders, you might as well do something more useful. Yeah, we want offshore wind farms everywhere. All right, so you are coming in here to be sacrificed. Cool. Mars colony going down. Yeah, we're putting power here. I guess with the offshore wind farms, we don't need to put it on land anymore. Where does Portugal's music keep going? The parts where there's no music are really awkward. I just feel like I'm in a library streaming, and I have to be like super quiet to not bother anybody.
Just wait.
All right, we do not need the Sydney Opera House. It's an easy, that's cuttable from our wonders this game. Offshore wind farms are powerful. Good yields for the ocean tiles, and the power is quite nice too. Eventually, we are going to see the coal and the oil come back up. Like, the music just randomly stops, and all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, am I meant to be like super silent right now? Oh, can I not even choose what it's not even bringing up the artifact screen. Interesting. All right, well, we're going to suss this out. That's a little funny. It's a little interesting. Yeah, we don't have any power here, so I mean, getting some offshore wind farms will help with that. I would like Samarkand. I also just like anyone I can seize, right? We have Kilwa, so anyone we can seize just gives us so much more gold. Yeah, 200 something. I will take this 1 coal per turn. So if you do this and then you delete the ironclad, you still get the coal per turn. Unless they patch that. But my understanding was that you did. We'll see next turn. Yeah, we want offshore wind farms everywhere. Where's Reina right now? We certainly want them in the city where Reina is. She's in Funchal. Yeah, she's in Funchal hanging out so we can buy a spaceport here. Well, that's exciting. Yeah, you're sacrificing to the gods here. Buy another builder for that. Yeah, you're offshore wind farming. Let's just buy some more builders to sacrifice. And another stadium. Sure. All right, is Bradford a good or a bad? Oh, it's a good Bradford. Any city with the word Brad in it needs to be a good city. Was that Indonesia again? That was Norwegian this time. Come on.
I shall return.
Come on, Harold. You know not to spy on us. I actually don't really want to leave democracy. Democracy is what's giving us a lot of our production. I'm not going to leave democracy too quickly. We'll stay for a little bit, even if we get another government. Foot. Aha! We've stolen something. Telecommunications. Look at that. Cool. Now we can get nuclear submarines. We should actually... Do we have uranium? That'd be fun to nuke some people along the way. We don't have any obvious uranium. Oh, Gori has some. So we do have some uranium. Yeah, so we have 1 in Gori. Interesting. Interesting indeed. I'm going to focus on power first, but we might get that uranium and have some fun with it if we have time. They're going to come hang out up here. Yeah, we're just wind farming now. At what point do we have... I mean, it's still... Yeah, so now we have 5 per turn, and it's using... 5 per turn. We had 4 before, so taking the ironclad, then deleting it still gives you the resource. Yeah, you're coming to be sacrificed. You're getting sacrificed. I wonder where these dudes go. I kind of feel like they get thrown into the top of a volcano. That's kind of what it feels like. Yeah, keep on counter-spying. Do we have any heroes we can buy back just for fun? We have the twins now. Not worth it. Yeah, offshore wind farms, man. Everywhere. These are the best. Offshore wind farms and seasteads. Like, in games where you don't have Auckland, they feel so good. You only get to use them for a very short amount of time. And if you're at seasteads, you should probably be winning very quickly after you get them. But for the brief moment in time that you have them, they are fantastic. I don't need to buy the spaceport until we actually get to the exoplanet. So let's just keep on keeping on with the power stuff. Oh, now we're rising in coal. So you can see as we're putting down more power tiles, the amount of coal we're using is going down. And so it's automatically kind of adjusting to the cleaner power options. If you are wondering kind of how that worked. Oh, yeah. They just look so cool. And if you're using them too, if someone's working them, you get the cool spinning effect. Love it. Love it. A little weird to see them not spinning, but overall, lovely.
If you go on
Alliance
this,
is
we
expired.
find everywhere.
All right, come here. Come on, dude. Come on, man. You know you want to be allied with the person who's going to win the game. That's just makes sense. You don't want to be allied with someone who's not going to win. No one else is even close. We're approaching something kind of resembling a victory here. There we are. Mars colony is out. It's 2 Celsius right now. Yeah, that sucks. That is unfortunately cold. I was having some issues, Zivy, and I just reinstalled today, and they're all fixed. I wasn't having any issues that weren't fixed with a kind of a clean install today. 400 for each rainforest really sucks. I'm not even going to use that anywhere helpful. I guess here is the best, 1200. We could do the, might as well do the Manhattan project. Oh, no, we need campus research grants. I know the nukes are fun, but we're not going to get there. Yeah, at this point, we're just campus research granting until we get there. Yeah, you just campus research grants till we're finished. It's going to be a similar story in a lot of places. Yeah, now we're getting oil back too, so almost all of our power is now being done by powered tiles. You know what? You build a water park. Oh, those tiles are too good to have a water park. You know what? You just build commercial hub investments. We don't have enough gold. I really want to see what the interest would be like with owls. That would be a fun little thing to check out. I'm not going to go into another government. I really need this +4/+4. Although, does that become a card I can throw in? Yeah. Oh, Whistlebanking is a card. Yeah, here it is. Democratic Legacy. You can see how much that was giving us, though. I just remembered that it became a card. 84 food and 84 production is a lot. And then Whistlebanking will add that. So with Whistlebanking and Democratic Legacy, we're getting, what is that, 126 of each, which is awesome. Anything else that got moved out of here? Not really. E-commerce is really nice, though. I mean, this is wild stuff going on. We want builders to have extra build actions eventually when we're sacrificing them, so we can put that card back in once we're sacrificing again. Just collect more gold for now, why not? I don't think we need it, though. Now we're getting our coal and oil back. Whoa, what are you using coal for power for? I guess it just keeps getting reallocated to, like, another city that doesn't have, like, Lira, maybe. How am I liking Portugal? Dude, it's great. My only issue with Portugal is the balancing mechanism of it is just all up to you. Right? And so like I like it because I suppose actually it's perfect because in single player, when you set up your game, you can like select your Portugal abuse level, which I like because single player game, you're just having fun on your own. So however you want to play Civ is perfect. Right? And so that's really fun. And then multiplayer Portugal would just be trash because everyone could just not allow you to abuse Portugal. So maybe it's perfect in that sense. My only thing was like once you're in the game, if you've set the game up to be abusable, it just is abusable. Whereas like some of the other civs, like Shaka, let's say you want to play Shaka, right? Even if you set up the whole thing, right, to be as abusable as possible as Shaka, the AI still has like some level of resistance to it. Whereas this is just like, what if you've set up the game to abuse Portugal, you get to abuse Portugal, I think. But like, I love it. This has been a hilariously fun game. Builder, sure. You know what? Just get builders, man. I don't really care. I do not really care. I'm not gonna build that other spaceport until we need it. That's fine. I really want this master plan to see how much gold that gives us a turn. Oh, so close to Cahokia too. Oh well. I do want to play another Portugal game though. Now that I know how everything works, I reckon I can get some of those like couple thousand science and culture and all that maybe not quite as high as you were getting. I'm not sure I could hit the 4,000s. But I reckon I can get this up to like 2,500 pretty easily if I could have just kind of redone everything from the beginning. I don't think we'll need era score, but I could grab that shipwreck, I think, for era score. Yeah, no doubt. I made it pretty broken. I didn't have like anything in mind. I was just kind of hanging out when I made this game and just like, a bunch of city-states, a large map, small continents, let's rock and roll. Did you play on a small continents map? Oh, it's the dreaded rock band noise. I wasn't sure what map type to pick when I set this up, so I went with small continents and I've liked it, but I was wondering what everyone else was up to. Archipelago, but you got your own continent anyway. Yeah, that's that's a bit of a high roll for sure. Suppose we'll get another harbor. It doesn't really matter. Are we getting like close to this exoplanet thing? 2 turns, 1 turn, 2 turns, like 7 turns. That is lame. Can we get more campus research grants? I mean, we're working on it. You're just gonna counter spy in Funchal. That's where we're building the spaceport. Suppose we can build the spaceport now if we're gonna have a counter spy. Buying a spaceport is just like a nothing deal. Like, it just doesn't matter. I like the aesthetic of just having these everywhere. Wind farms. Yep. There's campus research grants anywhere we can get it. Not here. Let's do a 23-turn Manhattan project then. Why not? Then we can probably start setting up people to sacrifice. We want to be really, really quick. We need our aluminum stacked up. We're only getting 2 per turn. Is there where we can buy some aluminum from? We want at least... Yeah, you won't trade it though. I gave away 20 earlier. I thought we'd get it back. Yeah, you won't trade your aluminum. Is anyone even like acquiring it, or is it just all just stuff I've given them? Cool. We're gonna have enough power with all these to do some of the expeditions with power. But I'd rather do them with aluminum. Suppose in that sense, like just grabbing builders and putting power tiles everywhere would be helpful. So we're gonna have enough for the first project. We wanna be going like 7 or 8 per turn, ideally though. Oh, there's more aluminum. We're good then. Never mind. Next policy card switch, we can stop doubling up on coal. Because we're at -2 now. So if we bring that down, yeah, that'll be 3 per turn. So we'll be fine. We can stop doubling up on coal and oil. So we can double up on aluminum. Cool, cool, cool. Easy peasy. Oh, poor Bradford. Poor Bradford just hanging out. Oh, we're getting Bradford. Yo, hey. I knew it wanted to come home. I knew it wanted to come home eventually. I'm just clicking things now. I don't think it really matters. Getting Hamiko again would actually be nice for some of those other... Where do we not have suzerain ships in the gold city-states? Venice is ours. Cahokia! All right, Hamiko. You're going to Cahokia. Do we have any shipwrecks? We had one over here, right? Oh, we have loads over here. Cool. Going for a bit of a walk. Just a bit of a walk. Yeah, campus research grants. Oh, we already have a spy here. Well, you know what? You protect the spaceport. You protect the city. Funchal is under complete protection. Why Tamar music without Tamar? We killed Tamar. They're here in spirit. We don't want the people to be too angry with us, so we allow them Tamar's music every once in a while as a small comfort. As a small comfort to a time that they once knew. Do I need any of this stuff? I like the idea of carbon recapturing. I don't think we need any of this. Yeah, nah. I like the non-state actors card. Oh, cities with the spaceport gain 3 aluminum per turn and 3 power. That is something we're after. Absolutely. Maybe another reason to buy more spaceports too. Carbon recapture, no, I'm not doing that. I like the idea of it. I don't like actually doing it. Cool. And then we're coming in here. We're going to Suze. Was it Cahokia? Yeah, we're going to Suze Cahokia by 1 because I'm sending Hamiko there anyway. Is there any other gold city-state we're not the Suze of? We'll come up to 7 here. And the rest go to Anshan. Oh, we already have 4. That's fine. It's all good. Yeah, you're sleeping. I wonder if he knows he's going to be sacrificed. I wonder if he's just sitting there at night going like, hey, I wonder why I'm just standing on this spaceport forever. All right, 3 turns till we can launch the exoplanet. Then we got to find the projects, which is a whole nother thing. Also, are we anywhere near any of these great people? Oh, here we are. I can just buy 15,000 gold for 3,000 production, and it's just nothing. we can get 20,000 production towards a wonder. We can get 20,000 production towards a wonder, you guys. That's awesome. You're coming to be sacrificed. 3, is it still 3 turns? I thought it was 3 turns last turn. Well, I was lied to. I feel lied to. Instantly creates a submarine. Well, I'm going to take that. I'm going to create the submarine. I'm going to get rid of the submarine. And that's going to be that. I suppose we could have kept spies out a little longer. If I could redo this again for just max speed, I suppose we could have kept spies out a little longer to boost this. Because our spies are, 2 of them are promoted in stealing tech. Although, I suppose no one really has any tech left to steal. We probably might have run out of that. Why do you keep going through all these other things, man? Why does it keep telling me it's gonna come here? It's not. Ah! 2 cosmetics, uniquely manufactured luxury. Sure, we'll take that. You can go right here. That was unfortunate. I was kind of hoping that would be the exoplanet we were gonna get on here. I would like this aluminum card. What do I take out for it, though? We have 48 aluminum. That's 2 projects. Oh, that's going to be... Sorry, it's going to be 2, because we'll have 60. It's what I meant to say. We'll have more than 60. I mean, I think you just take out colonial taxes. I don't think you need that anymore. Yeah, I think we're fine without colonial taxes. I just really want that aluminum to start ticking up. If we can get it to 90... If we can get... I wonder what our threshold... Yeah, we can hold quite a bit. All right, now it's actually smart materials. We're actually here, ladies and gentlemen. We are at the exoplanet expedition, finally. An allied friend reports that Khmer has just formed an alliance with Australia. Good for them. We do need all these alliances to stay. Whenever Firaxis wants to make a renew friendship and alliance button, I'd be in on that. We just need these alliances because of the Whistlebankin and democracy boost. We want our cultural alliance to be with... Oh, we wanted our cultural alliance to be here. You know what, though? We already have so much population here, it's not even going to matter. Hey! It's coming home! We got Bradford! Hooray! No monument is the problem. If you had a monument, England, that might have gone better for you. Yeah, grab a builder, start building things. I don't know. I have 68,000 gold. Just do whatever you like. You can't even run a project. Build a drone. I don't know. I have no idea what to do with that city. Yeah, you're coming down to the old sacrificial area. Just the sacrifice queue. We are going to need some builders here, just hanging out once we get the projects. All right, so we are going to build the exoplanet expedition right away. Cool. Yeah, let's do that. We got the great scientist here. Boop. There we go. She's off, ladies and gentlemen. We're counting down. Woo! 50 turns. Hell yeah, brother. Well, that's exciting. Can we get those projects? 2 turns until the project. So now we like need builders ready to go. We need builders like on speed dial here, just ready to sacrifice themselves to the cause. When's the next great scientist coming up? Oh, I guess it doesn't matter at this point, but we're grabbing it anyway. Cool. It's there. We found him. We don't need science anymore, so just keep building builders, I guess. Oh, we're gonna win this real fast. Like once you're here, it's quite easy. Someone's gonna sneak like a Diplo victory or something that would make me cry forever and ever. Do a 1-turn carbon recapture and be good for the environment and stuff. We really wanted to. You're just gonna keep doing what you're doing. I'm gonna buy all the builders. Everyone just campus research grants till the end of time. I've actually never used a builder to sacrifice for a project before. That's funny. So it's cool that you have to stand in the district that the project is coming from. I've never tried that. That's very interesting. Yeah, all right, 3 builders. We want this great scientist here for sure. I'm not going to war with Guitarza, my guy. We're trying to win a game here, not fight. We are above the quarrels. We are above the quarrels of the common world. I don't really care about Mogadishu. Sorry. Sorry, guys. It's not something I'm passionate about.
After 11 days,
cool, now we can run our projects. We shall. 2, let's start with the aluminum ones. All right, there we go. We're gonna run that project in 2 turns. Well, that's not a lot of production, but it's helpful. Every little bit counts, ladies and gentlemen. It's not a lot, but it rolls over. Every little bit counts. Now we're just gonna finish up the tech tree. What's the farthest back thing I haven't researched? Sometimes it's harbors. Sometimes I make it this far without harbors, but obviously it's Portugal. You can't. You know what, dog? You just sleep it off. You've worked a day. You've had a life. Just sleep it off forever. All right, there we go. See, it is helpful. You gotta sacrifice yon builders. Now we're going to space. That's 2 per turn. That's 3 per turn. Now we're cutting down those turn times a little bit. Yeah, you go terrestrial then if we can't go Lagrange. We can go Lagrange next turn. Just do terrestrial and then Lagrange, that's fine. Yeah, you're gonna become a machine gun. You're gonna become a machine gun. And now that they're machine guns, these walls will hit for a little harder. Yeah, there we go. Cool stuff, and then Anshan's fine. I mean, no science city-states is also maybe a reason our science isn't massive right now. I love that you can use builders for these projects. I'd never thought about it till right now. Can we do... I think we're good. We're just hanging out. I don't want to get my builder captured. I think he'll be fine. Move 1. Just 1. Sure. I don't think the embassy's going to do you any good at this point, mate, but have fun. Where would you want your embassy? Oh, yeah, it was bad. Yeah, that was not ideal. I think ideally you'd put it like here so you can look through the spaceport onto all the wind turbines. Like, that's a comfy place to be. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, inviting the barbs onto your spaceport tile is not a good strategy. Certainly not one I recommend often. Yeah, this is not great. Well, you do you. We're just gonna keep on keeping on over here if that's all right. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. I knew it was a bad idea as I was clicking it. I said out loud that it was an awful idea, and then I did it anyway, and it turns out it was a bad idea. This is how you end up with debt. You have your credit card. You go to Funko Pop's website. You know it's a bad idea to buy 100 of them. You know you don't need 100 of them. You're going to the cart, you're clicking it, and you're thinking, man, I'm gonna be broke for a while. And then you do it anyway. And then, like, the a while happens, and the whole a while, you're like, oh, that was a terrible idea. Why did we do that? That's also not a true, like, I didn't do that. That's just an example. I promise that I didn't do that. All right, now we're going 5 per turn. Now things are speeding up. Now we're getting real frisky with it. Yeah, I'm gonna take this dude back if that's all right with you guys. Not with a great merchant, evidently. Cool, let's run another, how many do we have? 52? Let's do terrestrial here, and then Lagrange here. Whoa, mix it up, mix and match. Like one of those cool, like, casual sock days at work or whatever you get, where you can, like, wear mismatching socks, and you don't have to wear your uniform. Cool. There we go. Yeah, that's exactly what it's like, Boast. Yeah, not only that, not only you're making a bad purchase, you're giving them all the information they need to ruin your life. Can you not pillage my campuses? I'm proud of those campuses. Those campuses are my lifeblood. All right, cool. Now we're like really in space. How in space are we? We're at 7 per turn. We have 14, so not too much longer. I said we wanted to get to 9. It looks like that's going to be possible, which is something I'm happy about. I like being at 9. Cool, you're gonna die, mate. Appreciate you though, good effort. I'm just not gonna repair the neighborhood. Bold move, but if I don't repair it, they can't keep spying on it, so. 6 more turns, I feel good about that. What is that, 240? That's not too quick. Not too quick, not too slow though. That's like an acceptable amount. We had lots of fun this game, that's for sure. For the amount of fun we had, I'm glad this one went to 240. I wonder how quick I could have made this had I like fully harnessed the true power of Portugal earlier on, and we'd had a bit of a nicer start. We did spend the first like 50 turns or 75 turns trying to kill Tamar, and that took up a lot of our time and energy early on. I wonder if we had just not had to kill Tamar, how much quicker this would have gone. Yeah, can I just keep getting future tech? If there's nothing else, I think Peppermint Butler was talking, there's nothing else I can research. Why is this not automatic? Just keep rolling through it. I cannot click anything else. You're gonna keep bringing me to this screen, and I'm gonna keep clicking this. It's the only thing I can click. There's no other thing. It's not like I have another option, and I just want to stick to that one. It is my only option. This builder, the barbarian builder is like, yo, let me sacrifice myself. I'm here. Oh, now he's blocking the sacrifice. Never mind. I thought he was more pure of heart than that. All right, now we're gonna go 9. I think that we're going 9. That's where I want it to be. I don't understand how that one didn't get through the game check. If it's the only option, maybe it's a lot of work. I know nothing about coding games. Maybe it's a lot of work to auto do that. Although surely not, because you can like auto queue things, right? Like, you can auto queue it yourself. Maybe it's work to auto queue one. I have no idea. It seems like such a basic thing though. Now that we're going 9, how many more turns do we have left? About 4. We can go a little more. We can do it like 1 more. Oh, and I just, oh yeah, you're good. Oh yeah, let's go 10. Let's go 10. I like 9. We'll go 10. Sure. We're gonna have 100,000 gold at the end too. Hell yeah. Yeah, Himiko can just sleep. It'll be a change in Civ 7. One of the most interesting things that Carl said when I played with him was we were talking about mods, and he said that the game devs, like, obviously, like, they love the modding community and they're happy there's mods out there that improve the game or that people like. What I forgot to ask and what I regret not asking was at what point, like, he used the example of like the policy card mod. Right? The policy card mod was an example he used of something that the modding community created that they're super happy about and like that it's in the game, right? Or like that players are using. But at what point does a mod just become so useful that it should just be in the game, right? Like, I think there's a difference between something that provides extra utility and something that just feel like this. If there was a mod that just made this auto click, right? I wonder at what kind of point with a mod do the devs look at it and go, oh, that should just be in the game. Like, people shouldn't have to download that. It's an interesting, I really regret not following up on that, because to me, that's the more important question. Because no matter how much work they do on the game, there'll always be mods. So I totally understand that not all mods can end up in the game, and that's a lot of work. But at what point is a mod just so functionally useful that it should just, the game devs look at it and go, huh, that should be in the game. I wonder if that point ever happens. Yeah, like, it's, I just wonder what that point is for the devs. And maybe it's never. And that's like, I'm curious to just know what the answer is. But I totally forgot to follow up on that question. Yeah, we talked about map tax, and he had an interesting answer about that. That was kind of more like map tax were already like kind of a function in the game, and they just like expanded on it or turned it on, or like some like form of it was already kind of coded into the game, and they just kind of enhanced that. Whereas like the policy card mod is like completely, I think, a separate thing. But surely that, I have no idea. I don't remember. I don't want to put words in Carl's mouth. I do regret not following up on the mod question, because I think there are some mods that I look at it and I go, I feel like that's the one the devs missed. Wouldn't they be stealing someone's IP? I doubt it. I think when you mod Civ, it's probably in the game terms that if you mod something, it doesn't belong to you. Like, if you mod someone else, like if I remix a song, I don't get to make money off that song now. Just because I remixed it. Like, it still belongs to the person who created the song. I doubt it. I think any mods just end up belonging to Firaxis. If anything, the people who mod are the ones using someone else's IP, not stealing it because it's allowed. Where are we at here? Are we at like 11 yet? Oh, we're at 11 light years per turn. We won. We won. We're here talking about mods casually. Oh, heck yeah. Oh, heck yeah, bud. Portugal is broken in the best way. I love it. That was fun.
The first pipe.
Oh, heck yeah, bud.
And yet once again,
we went for a rip. We went for a big old rip.
Under your leadership.
That was exciting. That was wild. That was okay. Well, if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for watching this series. I hope you really enjoyed it. Like and subscribe button and all that stuff are there. Otherwise, I mean, Portugal is just ridiculous. If you set up the map properly, you can just abuse him to high heaven and have a really fun game, which is exactly what we did. I'll definitely be doing like some kind of Portugal challenge with some sort of turn limit or 20,000 gold or whatever it ends up being. But yeah, thank you guys so much for your support on this series. I really, really appreciate it, and we will see you in the next one.